published.
What's going on, guys? It's Borussia, and today we are playing Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Now, to be honest, I haven't really had much experience with the Dragon Age franchise. I tried playing Dragon Age Inquisition. It was good for what it was, but at the time, like, I didn't really, it was like, it was action RPG, I guess, but it was also, you can turn it to turn-based. And at the time, I really wasn't particularly interested in turn-based combat. And, it really got, like, it dragged a little bit for me, admittedly. But I know that got rave reviews. I know Dragon Age Origins was really critically acclaimed by a lot of people, and they hold that as, like, the highest standard of what Dragon Age is. I know this game is a bit decisive among a lot of the, like, video game journalists, because I know Ralph, aka Skillip, wasn't a particular fan of this, simply because he felt that the overall quality of this game was beneath what Dragon Age Origins was, and he really liked that game. But I also know, like, some other video game journalists who have like Paul Tassi, who really enjoy this game for what it was, or for what it is. And so as a person who hasn't really had much experience with Dragon Age, I just wanted to give this a try. I actually just got back from my honeymoon, so I kind of was I was really, like, chomping at the bit to play a new game. I know I'm in the middle of a bunch of other games, Silent Hill, Alan Wake 2, DLC, The Lake House. I promised to finish those, but I really wanted to play something that was kind of like fantasy action RPG. So I feel like, from what I've read about the critical reviews, I think this is kind of up my alley now, because it's now geared more towards more action as opposed to, like, turn-based RPGs. So I'm really looking forward to what this game is. I've already set up my character, as you'll see. I think I've played, like, first couple, not like levels, like first, like, couple interactions in the beginning of the game. So you'll see me kind of, like, in the middle here, but let's get into this.
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dread Wolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the Veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
Holy crap. Yeah, so this is my character. I am a rogue elf. So I'm a mix between, like, blades and blades and arrows.
We can slide down the line to get across.
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah, and apparently, not knowing anything, I do remember with Solus. I remember Solus as a character in Dragon Age Inquisition. Apparently, he turned into a bad guy.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it, and then demons found them.
Range attack. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
Cool.
So this is the Dread Wolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
Yeah, as a person who really does not know much about the backstory of Dragon Age, I'm just getting into this as a newcomer. Combat's pretty fun. Although I feel like the controls are a bit clunky. Although to be fair, I am just
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
yeah, I just feel like it's a
Ancient
bit
elves doing
clunky.
something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
But I guess it's still just new at this, so sick. Oh. Ow. Alright.
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Solus, the Dread Wolf, Fenharel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Juggles.
Chuckles.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
The music just got really intense, my gosh. Anything else here? 21 gold. Yeah, it feels weird. I constantly have to like sprint, or else I'm just moving very slowly.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Okay. Into the mysterious doorway.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
All right. Ow.
I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
Sick. Just keep running.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
These little guys look like ring wraiths. Ow. Oop. And I'm a ranger. I'm Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Almost there.
Man, it's about to be that time where I usually watch Lord of the Rings during this time of the year. It's like, ooh, sick. And man, because it's like November, so I am very excited that I can watch Lord of the Rings again. My wife, on the other hand, does not. It's not her. She doesn't like it simply for the sole reason that simply because when we first started dating, actually we weren't even dating. It was our first date. We had gone to I lived in the city, and we had just gone our first date. Now I'll tell you about after this. Oh my god, this guy's
We
huge.
have to stop this demon quickly.
Okay. Oh god. Lightning storm, lightning storm. I am very scared. Oh god. Yep, that hurt.
How does even this large get through the veil?
It's a prodigy. Damn thing probably sent Solus's ego.
Nice.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
That looks intense.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
I'll say this is a mistake.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I've got to try to reach him. But if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
I just like that a dwarf is an archer here. It's very juxtaposed to what normal fantasy stories and like video games have.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Let's buy him some time.
Ow.
You better talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
The veil is
is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
I'll go with Nev.
Let's go, Ned. Harding, keep the demons busy.
Good luck.
But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, my wife's not really a big fan of Lord of the Rings. Simply because on our first date, it was a wonderful date, obviously because we're married now. But I had promised her that I was going to text her afterwards. But I had actually just received the, whatchamacallit, the extended edition of Lord of the Rings at the time. Like the full trilogy.
We need to bring down the scaffolding.
And I was watching. I came home from the date, picked up Taco Bell, and put on Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, and I did text her back until afterwards, and apparently she was weird. Like she was really hopeful that I would text her, and obviously I was going to. She was just hoping it would be sooner. So when I told her finally, she's like, "What took you so long?" I'm like, first of all, I'm sorry, and secondly, it was because I was watching Lord of the Rings, and she had never, she hasn't stopped let me live it down since. So yeah. So every single time I talk about like rewatching Lord of the Rings, which I do every single winter, she she just has this look on her face. She's like, really? This looks intense. Oh shit. I like Harding. Harding seems like a cool, she seems really cool. Man, what an intro.
You have no idea what you have done.
Soulless. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
So I don't quite understand. I guess I should go back and play Inquisition, but I'm still trying to understand how this guy, this character Rook, is somehow involved with the previous characters, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah.
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
I also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why? Why tear down the veil? You need to listen.
You have no idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric? You're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What happened?
Remember how you said that Chuckles wasn't going to listen, Rook? Oh, turns out you were right.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Harding got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before you start worrying, Nev will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or At least, she's a lot tougher than me.
You've got to get better. We need you leading the charge.
You stopped Solus from flooding the world with demons, Rook. Not me. Besides, I can't do much leading from bed.
But something else escaped, Varric. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Venatori slavery ring. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook, look who's awake. I've been searching the place for Lyrian potions. Didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. I was just about to have a look around.
Oh, be careful if you go outside, Rook. It is a long way down. The Alluvian led us into something, and it's in the Fade. Because that's what we needed. The dream world.
Then I really need to look around.
Can't hurt. In theory. And we need to talk about our next move. Maybe find Harding? She went outside somewhere. There's a table in the central area here. I'll meet you both there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Story so far: when the team acts to stop the Dreadwolf, ancient evils are unleashed upon the world. For months, Varric Tithras has searched for Solus, a mage revealed to be the elven god of lies and trickery known as the Dreadwolf. Solus planned to tear down the veil so that raw magic could flood back into the mortal world, restoring it to its natural state, which would also unleash a tide of demons and kill thousands of people. When a lead finally came, Varric gathered a team in Minrathous, hoping to stop his former friend before it was too late. And the team succeeded, but at a price. Trapped in the Fade after they sabotaged his ritual, Solus delivered a dire warning from the dream world. The ancient elven gods, I don't even know how to pronounce these names, Elgarnanin and Galanin, had escaped the prison where he had held them. Although nothing the Dreadwolf said could be trusted, the team had no choice but to investigate. Okay. Interesting. What's that though? Three meetings face to face under the sky.
Rook, you're awake. And we're...
In the Fade.
This is where people come when they dream, but dwarves don't dream. And somehow I'm here.
Yeah, it's unreal. Nev thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should. But maybe look around a little. We might be here a while.
Riptide. Okay, so I have to practice my parry. Oh, she's up there.
Wisps. Figures they're in the Fate, but I swear they're following me.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our paths haven't crossed, but I know our work has.
I made a call that got you injured right after we met.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts. If we're stuck in this, let's hope you can trust me again.
Alright. But I still wish we had a smoother start.
So much for first impressions.
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Well, you're not bad so far.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
We'll figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... Well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
Harding, are you doing all right?
I don't know. Are you? Is anyone? Anyway, doesn't matter how I'm doing. What are we gonna do about this mess? We were going to go back through the Illuvian, right? Let's start with that. As soon as we can.
You know, you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this. And I can't stop. Not now. Don't ask me to. So, come get me when you're ready to go. All right?
Seems a bit creepy in here, Harding. Jeez.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey. Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
While I was out cold, he showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
I don't care about the philosophy. In terms of his power against ours, he's a god.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillenane. Two of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against. Solus warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich coming from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elganan and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that. We're down a man without Varric. We can't just rush in.
I know you're hurt, Nev, but the rest of us need to do something.
I'll be ready to fight when it's time, but we need to investigate, then figure out what we're dealing with.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
If Elganon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Nev, are you okay to go?
It's a headache. I've worked with worse.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlethan.
Nev, you sure you're up for this?
Don't worry about me. Shall we?
Let's do this.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Cut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it! Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlethan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
We did stop him. The sky's not pulling itself apart anymore, is it?
But
But it didn't go as cleanly as we hoped. Solus got pulled into the Fade, and two somethings got pulled out. Or someone's, I mean. Two of the Evanurus. Elganan and Gillenane.
Mathalanast.
The elven gods of old. The Evanurus.
If they truly have returned.
Then things just got a whole lot worse.
Anything you can tell us about these gods?
Solus might be a bastard, but compared to the Evanurus, let's just say they weren't known for being kind rulers.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanurus, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Tareth is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Luther. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. You get your friend back to your camp and... we'll find Belara.
Nev, I need you to stay with Strife and Irilyn, alright?
I'm fine.
You're the best detective in Minrathous. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. If trouble shows up, they could use your skills.
Fair enough.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
Is it me? Or is there something strange about this fog?
It all feels a little off. Like everything shifted a little bit. Is that suit of armor moving?
Gotcha. Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Belara? Belara Luther. Strife and Irilyn sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Lace Harding.
Protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elganan and Gillenane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Strife and Irulan said you're their best veil jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I really, really hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
We've handled our share of demons. A few dozen more shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Threats like us, I'm guessing.
I just figured that's
Is that water just swirling into the air?
We call that kind the whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though. Demons! Right where we need to go.
Then let's deal with the...
Artifact we're looking for, exactly.
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
It's kind of funny, like, people are criticizing this game because of the art style. I actually don't mind
usually
it.
see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers, mostly.
And people trying to save the world, apparently.
Yeah, it's like, people say it's cartoony. It's like, it's not too cartoony where it, like, it reminds me of, like, a Pixar movie, but I guess some parts of it look a little bit more PG, but I guess it's. I guess it
What
could
was
be
this place?
more like PG-13.
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. Judging by the sentinels,
Wow. I've never seen anything like this.
wait, is this? No, it can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Okay.
It almost feels like an armory, or something like that.
What's an armory doing this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
All right. Well. Guess now we're